The sun dipped low over the rolling hills of Eleusis, casting golden light across the sacred land. In the distance, the grand procession wound its way from Athens. A throng of men and women, noble and common alike, all drawn by the promise of divine wisdom. The Eleusinian Mysteries, the holiest rites of ancient Greece, were about to begin. For centuries, seekers of enlightenment had made this journey, their hearts heavy with questions of life, death, and the fate of the soul. Bound by solemn vows of secrecy, initiates of these mysteries would emerge transformed, their fear of death eased by the revelation of truths known only to those who dared to walk the sacred path. The mysteries trace their origins to a sacred myth, the story of Demeter and her beloved daughter Persephone. When Hades, god of the underworld, abducted Persephone, Demeter wandered the earth in sorrow, a grief so great that crops withered and famine spread. Her search led her to Eleusis, where a kind royal family welcomed her. In gratitude, Demeter taught them the secrets of agriculture and, more profoundly, the mysteries of life and death. To those initiated into these sacred rites, she promised blessings in the afterlife, a hope that burned brightly in the hearts of those who now walked the sacred way. The journey to initiation began with the lesser mysteries, held each spring in a gray era. Candidates or mysti underwent purification rituals, offering gifts to Demeter, wheat grains, piglets, symbols of life and fertility. This preliminary phase prepared them for the greater mysteries, where the ultimate revelations awaited. With the arrival of autumn, the greater mysteries commenced, stretching over 9 sacred days. The initiates gathered in Athens at the Eleusinian, Demeter's sanctuary, before embarking on the grand procession to Eleusis. They walked the 22-kilometer sacred way in a festive atmosphere, chanting Iacchous, Iacchous, a cry invoking the mysterious deity linked to Demeter. Along the way, they were met with mockery and laughter from priests, a practice believed to cleanse them of emotional burdens. Upon reaching Eleusis, the mysti purified themselves in the sea at Phaleron, washing away physical and spiritual impurities. But their trials were not yet over. Within the vast, torch-lit halls of the Telesterion, the heart of the Eleusinian sanctuary, they faced the final and most profound phase of initiation. What occurred within the Telesterion was the greatest secret of the mysteries, known only to those who had stood before the divine light. Ancient sources speak of 3 central acts, sacred dramas, dramana, things done. Before the gathered initiates, priests reenacted the myth of Demeter and Persephone. In darkness, they symbolized Persephone's descent into the underworld. Then, with a sudden burst of brilliant light, her return was revealed, signifying renewal, the triumph of life over death. This symbolic journey of loss and rebirth left a lasting impression on the initiates. Sacred words, legomena, things said. The hierophants, the highest-ranking priests, spoke words of sacred truth. Though the exact phrases remain unknown, they likely unveiled the mysteries of the soul, affirming that death was not an end but a transformation. To those who had feared the unknown, these words brought solace and understanding. Sacred objects, diknemena, things shown. The ultimate revelation came when the hierophants unveiled the most sacred relics, stored deep within the Adyton, the hidden sanctuary of the Telesterion. Some accounts suggest these were simple ears of wheat, symbols of rebirth. Others claim the initiates beheld a divine light, an experience so profound that it forever changed them. Historian Plutarch described this moment as one of fear, awe, and ultimate joy. A glimpse into the divine. As dawn broke over Eleusis, the initiates emerged from the telesterion as apoptai, those who have seen. They had journeyed through darkness and emerged into light, no longer fearing death, their souls reborn. Celebrations followed, with feasting and festivities honoring Demeter and Persephone. The initiates now held a sacred knowledge that would accompany them through life and beyond. Throughout the rituals, symbolism played a crucial role. White chitons, worn by initiates, represented purity and renewal, while the dark robes they had cast off symbolized the ignorance they left behind. Priests and priestesses, including the revered priestess of Demeter, donned flowing garments, possibly adorned with myrtle wreaths. Hierophants carried staffs or sacred boxes, kissed, their contents known only to them. Torches illuminated the path, evoking Demeter's own search for Persephone and the enlightenment found through initiation. These rites offered more than mere ceremony. They provided hope for a blessed afterlife, a promise of unity with the divine. The mysteries' teachings influenced countless generations, shaping philosophical thought and religious beliefs. Even echoing in later traditions, including Christianity, with their themes of sacrifice, death, and rebirth. Unlike many other Greek religious practices, the Eleusinian Mysteries were remarkably inclusive. Any Greek-speaking individual, regardless of social class, could be initiated, men, women, even slaves. However, non-Greek speakers, barbarians, were excluded, as were those guilty of murder, deemed too impure to partake in the sacred rites. For over 1,000 years, the Eleusinian Mysteries flourished. But as Christianity spread, the tide of history turned. In the 4th century AD, Eudoxius I, seeing the rites as pagan heresy, issued an edict banning them. A few years later, in 396 A, the Gothic king Alaric sacked Eleusis, and the sacred halls fell silent. The rites, once the heart of Greek spiritual life, faded into memory, their secrets lost forever. Though the mysteries of Eleusis perished, their legacy endures. Their promise of renewal, their vision of life beyond death, still resonates in the human soul. Even today, the whispers of Demeter and Persephone echo through time, calling seekers toward the eternal mystery and invitation to walk the sacred path and find, beyond the darkness, the light of truth.